All right. Hello. It's Saturday. We are back. Time for another stream. Working on this HG Zowort tonight, picking that up. We started that last week. So excited. These Witch Mercury builds are all pretty cool. I think this is an interesting design in my opinion. So that's what we're doing tonight. Also giving away an HG Guncannon. So stay tuned for details on that later in the stream. Hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. Great day so far. All that good stuff. Let me jump into the chat, say hello before I do a couple of quick things. Number one, if you enjoy these streams, do please hit that like button. Helps more people see the stream. Be great to welcome more people into this awesome community we have here. Two, we are running a sale this weekend over at mechawarehouse.com. You can use code FREESHIP for free standard shipping on orders of free ship 70 for free standard shipping on orders of $70 or more. It's only available continental US only. It also can't be combined with other offers in case anybody's curious. But if you're thinking about grabbing something, take advantage of that. If you're not thinking of $70 or more worth of stuff, it might be worth adding a little bit more to get there and all of that stuff. And I think that's everything. We'll jump the chat, say hello, and then get back to the fun part here. What's up, Wolfpack, Dylan Dull, Maverick Entity, Matthew Mahoney, Coleslaw, Heathcliff, MZ, Studio WD, No Bite, Go Zero, Lord Kronos, Adam Champo, Rob Sadler, Kilo Delta, Baca ZCO, John Ventura, Matthew Mahoney, that guy Mitch, FTL Drive, Gojiro, what's up guys? Orby Squog? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Rodrigo, what's up? What's everybody up to tonight? You guys building along with the stream? Anybody doing anything else? And I'm going to start these next couple parts, 18, 19, and 24, and 25. Oh sweet, I think all the nubs on this piece and its mirror are, I think, on the ends of nubs, which is or the ends of pegs, which is, in my opinion, the ideal nub position. Playing Bolatra, never even heard of it. What's that? We're at MG Zeta for coffee guys a week ago. Finally got some time to start it. Nice, eh? What's up? Otaku Sage, what's going on? Studio WD, I was so close to buying the Guncannon, not the Cuckoo's Dylan's Island, but the Revive Nick when I was doing a paid volunteer gig convention, so I'm glad to see this announcement for an opportunity. Nice. Going back to building my outfit once I finish eating tonight. Nice, Adam. Pressing nub removal and panel lining, working on an HG RX78. Which of the plethora of HG RX78s are you working on? Because there's a lot. Working a bunch of accessory packs. Cool. What's up, Zombie? Draws a poker roguelike game where you get jokers that modify your score. A roguelike game like where you play poker in the roguelike? That's interesting. Lots of decals to my HG Zuda. Nice build, honestly. It really feels solid, and the variant you get for the money. Mono A track is cool. Do some walking outside. Nice. 24 and 25. Not much here to watch my favorite stream. Cool. Picked up my wife, leave her at home, I'll keep working on the car. Advance some of the customs are starting, including the ones with accessories about 2 weeks ago. Cool. Finish up the HG Black Knight Squad. The HG Gym Custom Thursday night and most of Friday. Got model kit boxes photographed. Nice. What's up, Donald Clark? GC EFSF prototype close combat, a really cheap one. The HG UC 191 maybe. The HG Revive, probably then. If it's quote-unquote the cheap one, I doubt it's one of the Origins variants. HG Charizaku clearance for $8, couldn't pass it up. Nice. Came from the convention I volunteered at. Cool. Buy different kits and someone else bought the Guncannon. Gotcha. What's up, Rockers, Los Angeles? So I started trying to make some progress on organizing in my office here. I got a big old pile of runners with parts on them from previous builds to clear out. Anyone else have that problem where you finish a build and you don't want to deal with the leftovers of it after you're done with it? Got my PG Astray Red frame. A lot of extra parts on that one. So I've been squeezing it a little bit here and there, knocking parts off runners and stuff. Sticking them in a big old box for kit bashing fodder. So I found Charizaku and they had 3, so I bought 3. What's up, Rick Tuck? Probably gonna start another HG tonight. Got some time off work with the kids or at the grandparents, so I'm taking advantage to get some of my backlog reduced. Nice. Take advantage. First time experiment with Styron card at detail. Cool. I made the live stream working Ale Strike myself. We'll welcome Peter Fash. I want to do a kit bash for a custom Zaku, but I want 2 shoulder shields. I'm thinking I might have to purchase 2 Zaku 2s. My wallet. See the Requiem for Vengeance second trailers. It feels like a horror movie. I haven't seen it yet. Does it look interesting? The movie Guncannon. I love the color so much. Figure out once we're done building our hobby room out. Michael creepy. Funny thing, Nick, cutting up parts into the MSG pole arm weapon set, somehow large increment halberd parts of single nub. Yeah, all the small pieces of 2 to 3 nubs each. Just really interesting. Did a while, but I found them back, clipped all the parts from my snapped builds. Second MG, my favorite gun in the Epion. Can't wait to build it. Should I do that one or the R 3.0 RX-78 first? They're both good kits. I'm going to P-Bandai Rick DS for birthday, figuring out what to do with it. I think I'll need to paint it. Cool. Do a lot of kits of extra pieces as I'm collecting, just in case I need to add some custom work to another kit. It depends on the kit. It varies quite a bit from kit to kit, I'd say. Some kits are essentially derived from other kits. They'll use runners from an existing kit and then add runners replacing pieces effectively, or adding additional pieces as a cost reduction kind of thing. Easier to produce than redesigning all the runners. And those often will have spare parts. Appreciate the funny connection on the name. First Rick Don, another Rick DS. They should only build Rick kits. This movie will be streaming in October. Brand designs, not as much exactly. That's where like 1.5s come in. A lot of the build fighters kits are derived from existing kits. So those pretty commonly have spare parts. But it's not hard and fast. It really depends on the kit itself. Like they have a decent amount of different Gundam shows on Netflix. I think there's a few on there, aren't there? Looks like these EA having parts for the 79G because they're essentially the same thing but more armor, right? And that one's also derived from the other kit. Much like the Gundam is itself is based on the other Gundam. Good evening, everyone. I'm building my half cannon Zaka right now. What's up, Jonathan? Is it the HG or the MG? Oh, I kind of like that construction. It's kind of a cool way of putting that together. Okay, A14, C10, and 11. Looking for Zeta and ZZ shows. Blu-ray's expensive. The TM2 Type S is looking interesting. Howdy y'all, hope everyone's doing well. What's up, Lego Yoda? That's C10 and 11. Saturday, everyone. What's up, Real Time 88? Oh, I missed the gun node. Is it sold out on P-Bandai? Kind of annoyed that that one is a P-Bandai kit, honestly. Are the builds for Star Wars figures? I think most of the Bandai Star Wars kits are pretty solid. I haven't built any myself though. What's up, 5 Gil? Sit down with the Mandalorian. He's sticker heavy book and build. Your Star Wars ones and they're really good and solid builds. Good to hear. Only Star Wars kit I think that I have on my backlog is the it's one of the X-Wing kits. Looks like it might be a fun, quick build and an interesting one to use some like weathering washes on to get a good look. It's in the backlog with all the other myriad kits that I need to build. I feel like I'll never get to. Sweet thing. It's gonna break from gun for a bit. Nice. Which is there one that you're planning on building? Is one you already have, or one you're trying to get? It's a jolly Gunpla. Oh, everyone rags at P-Bandai. The available scales, prices. It's just you're stuck going direct to them. It annoys me because things that I wish I could carry in the store, I basically can't because there's no way to get them at a wholesale price. Picked up the Mandalorian version of Boba Fett. How to get the Mando Bros. What's up, Jason S? They have a big Death Star kit. There is a Death Star kit, but I think it's fairly small. It's a pretty small scale model. The only large Star Wars kit is the PG Millennium Falcon. Which looks like an interesting one. I should print that one again. I hate the limited time availability of P-Bandai, big time FOMO bait. Really tiny, maybe 4-inch diameter. The kit that has small scale, a partial Death Star in it. Got a spell from cheaper wire decals. They listen way faster than Bandai ones. They stay placed better. So much better, more satisfying than stickers. Yeah, just about any decals are better than Bandai decals. There's a Death Star Lego kit for masochists. 2 G gun kits, 2 Mercury kits. One I shouldn't have because of FOMO. Alright, so I got these. Alright, on the back, A7. So many small Legos. Nick, which kit are you building? Rockers, this is the HG Zowort. From Mercury. It's got a pretty cool silhouette to it. Or MG for Psycho Zaku, and now I'm realizing I have like nowhere to put it because it's 100. It's more backpack than Zaku. Yeah, it's not a small one from my understanding. At least it's not Dendrobium big. What's up, JV? Hey, Rob Rosencrantz, what's up? I have the same problem. Know where to split my kids. What's up, Miguel? Very interesting torso kind of shape on this one. Okay, C9 times 2. I feel like definitely a little bit different looking build than a lot of the traditional mobile suits. Not completely crazy, but definitely a little different, which is cool. Anyone go see the new Deadpool movie yet? No spoilers, please, if you did. But curious what people are thinking of it. About to start the gun vulva, nice. I like these Witcher Mercury designs. There's a lot of cool designs, a lot of cool kits. Not yet. Ran out of room on my gaming desk. My entry grades and SD ones, so I know how you feel. I have not seen the new Deadpool. I'm waiting for a Blu-ray release for no reason in particular. So on Thursday, enjoyed quite a bit. Which worker design is definitely a step up in progression. There's definitely some cool. Like, I feel like some of the designs deviate from kind of past patterns a bit, which is always cool. I mix things up a little bit. So it was my first Witcher Mercury kit. Loved it. Speaking of different builds, I just did my first Amium kit from the mystery box a while back. Very interesting. Amium's definitely different too. I haven't built any of them yet, but they look. Some of them look pretty cool. I guess technically I built an Amium kit. I built 2 of the armored special carrier to create the Van Damme pose, the Volvo pose with my God Gundam. This little thruster belt thing is difficult to hold. Remember that, made the God Gundam do the splits. Enjoyed building the Zowort, really nice build. Standard pose as well, and the tick belong. We'll be building that next, I think. Before I can build the Guilty Princess Fairy Knight, got in clearance. It says a lot of gold colored plastic. I'm gonna want to paint that. GCP always makes something look like a toy. Yeah, it's hard to get gold without plating or paint, I think. What's up, Josh? The reason why I can't start now is I'm about reached the limits of what I can do with the Krylon primer. Want to get Mr. Hobby Surfacer and proper gold paint. Gotcha. Which gold paint you looking at, Mr. Hobby, for that too, or something else? For guys got some really good metallics. Hey, Anthony Samoshi, what's up? Alright, B2 and 3 times 2. Yeah, I'm bought into the Mr. Hobby ecosystem. I said earlier, I blame CrowdStrike for why I was not listening to last week's live build. Getting home was a pain with all the delays. Oh yeah, that whole situation. They resolved that yet? Thankfully, I was not basically affected at all. Thankfully. Next question, good to know you're not affected. Yeah, thankfully nothing with the business and nothing anywhere else either. I had no related issues, thankfully. Only affected me when it came to see my bank account balance. Hospital order that I worked, I canceled all elective surgeries and sent everyone home. Luckily, I was already off. Yeesh. It's amazing how much IT stuff, like how connected everything is. That we're all like codependent on this stuff working. One of the reasons why I'm going Mr. Hobby is that my LHS is the main selection for this region anyway. That makes sense. Easy availability is kind of an important factor. One of our sister houses just kept going and made people paper chart. That must be challenging because you probably don't do that very often, if ever. People purchasing at my work couldn't do anything, and it was the day before his vacation. Ouch. I guess his vacation started, or her vacation started a day early. No, he said his, yeah. His vacation started a day earlier. His vacation was canceled. Damn, I got the email. My Voltron pre-orders coming in soon. Sweet. Yep, those are on their way. My wife, we're checking the inventory, and next paycheck we're making another order, some accessories and like 6 different kits. Cool. We also got word that we're going to be getting the MG narrative, not narrative, Senju Stein narrative version, Verka. That's a mouthful. But those will be shipping soon. We put those up for early bird on Friday as well. Call set up the first draw of the night here momentarily. Cut these out. B1. Alright, first draw of the night for the HG Guncannon. Let's do a number from 10 to 50 and, or sorry, 10 to 600. Whew. There's 50 people here. 10 to 600 and answer the question, what is the most unusual build you've done so far? 10 to 600, what is the most unusual build you've done so far? Remember, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. You must be present to win, and the answer to the question and the number have to be in the same comment for it to be a valid entry. 10 to 600 was the most unusual kit you built so far. The Manhunter Bear. What's the Manhunter Bear? I feel like all I can think of is Man Bear Pig when I see that. I guess it's 66% accurate. Let's generally the white one with a motorcycle. I haven't built it, but I've heard the RG Infinite Justice is kind of the weird side. What makes that one weird? See, armor chest. I saw those armor nuts. They're interesting looking kits. Tying together kind of weird that I guess the FRS Femina series. It's called Shinshu. It's a panda bear, grizzly, or polar bear in an armored suit. Oh, interesting. Oh, are those? I think I know what you're talking about. That's the same line. It's like Creative Field or something, and there's like some with frogs and some with sharks and stuff too. Or Taurus, that would be interesting, or make sense because it's got the four legs and stuff. Question: do you think the runner holders are a good investment? I like the ones I've got here. I think we got the. Did we get them already? Or are they on their way? Disbay's got an equivalent product that they've got that looks interesting. I want to check those out myself when they come in, I think. But I like them. They work well for the most part. Really big runners can get a little tipsy. So that can be annoying, but I've definitely like dominoed all my runners before. What's the question? What's the weirdest kit you built so far? You built any SD kits I've been tempted to try. I've built a few. SDCS Gundam ground type, an SDBB Zeta, and a couple others too. They're worthwhile, I think. They're gonna have lots of stickers, typically, more so than other kit lines, so they might make sense to paint. A lot of masking involved though, but they're cool. I like them. They're fun little kits. Let's see, 19 and 20. And the right arm now. We'll call time in a couple moments here, and then draw and see if we have a winner. With a few ST kits, they'd be cool to experiment with, try different techniques, stick those from what you saw already. Definitely right on, Rick, exactly. I find them to be good, like palette cleanser sometimes. If you work on a long build and need something quick and simple to kind of reset between projects. They're also inexpensive, so great for trying things out. And if you really want to make one look great, it'd be a really good opportunity to practice masking and related skills. What was the question? Weirdest kit you built, or most unusual kit you built? Something along those lines. Play palette cleansers unless you're me and you're spending a week customizing it. Right. Yeah, I say it could be a great palette cleanser, but then you go crazy painting it and masking and stuff, and it could drag out. So custom which I used FM Barber's Lupus Rex. Try to look for a got expensive, $160 just because the lack of reprints. Going to start my fortune. Yeah, resin kit. We're going to warm up with an FM aerial. The other is going to take a couple months most likely. Cup noodles definitely different. That's true. I was playing last night for funsies and it gives something to mess with before I start Gunpla. Birds is fracking terrible. Okay, I'm gonna call time. Trying to start my first SDEX kit. I know it'd be crazy time painting. Yeah. SDEX are interesting too because of all the voids and stuff in the back of the parts usually. What if anyone's like accurately weathered their cup noodle kit? Okay, 363. I don't see a 363. I'll let you guys confirm if that's the case. We will draw again a little bit. Okay, C8. I didn't cut that out yet, right? Did I? Trying to cut back on the caffeine a bit today, and I'm starting to feel it now. Way too much caffeine in my life right now. Speaking of foodstuffs, I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true, but I heard that Taco Bell's got a Baja Blast gelato or something going on now. Some sort of limited time thing or something. Has anybody seen that? You mean both, Nick? I'm starting to feel it too. Rushed out of the house for build day, so in time for one cup of coffee. Yeah, I'm trying to cut back. I only had a relatively small glass of tea this morning instead of my massive one, followed by another massive one. Felt pretty good earlier, but could just be that it's getting later in the day. Feeling the fatigue a little bit. It's really that I need to stop cutting back on sleep so much. It's like a BJB Icy. It's not very good because they use too little flavor. I've been to my local Taco Bell. Was it just Taco Bell yesterday? I didn't see it at my local. Maybe it's a test market thing. Maybe. It's hard to get our minds going. Some of the juices though. I drink coffee and energy drinks. Yeah, I wonder how much my caffeine consumption compares to people that actually drink energy drinks. It's gotta be worse, right? One of the new 30-minute fantasy kits arriving. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Every year last year they had a mango flavor. Oh, interesting. Getting the RFE kits is a nice topic. Oh, the Requiem for Vengeance. They look interesting. Definitely look interesting. Okay, C2, 4, and 15. Quick coffee and start juicing. Never went back. Would add a scary theme to a Gundam. 2, 4, 15. Yeah, was it you that was saying that they've got? It almost seems like a horror genre kind of thing. Movie monster character would you put on a Gundam? What's up, Earthfig? People clowning the Gundam EX, but it looks sick and I don't care. That's it. Let's see. Long day of installing a fence. I am not jealous of you. Pretty sure I would not be unhappy never putting in a fence based on the little bit I saw of trying to help out my dad when I was a kid with I think just fixing part of a fence. It seemed horrible. The horror flipping in Deadpool, Wolverine Gundam, Gundam EX is intriguing, Gundam EX with Deadpool colors. Deadpool Gundam will be Astro Red frame based, I think. I feel like Wolverine, the booger bow would be a decent one because of the like beam blades that mount to the back of the wrists. That and the triangular head, I think, would play in well with the helmet look. Okay. The Master Gunam head for the Wolverine already has the correct shape. It's easy to be the Wolverine MS. Why is that? Okay, B9. HG Black Knight Squad kits are pretty neat. The color correction stickers are awful, but luckily you don't really need them, and you should be able to paint the accents pretty easily. Big claws. Ah, okay, got it. Speaking of Wolverine, we watched X3 Last Stand tonight during family movie night. Does it use a display cleaning gel? Does it work? Why X3? Mostly because the last two movie nights we watched X1 and X2, and we're just working our way through. Was there something particularly wrong with X3? The Juggernaut bitch, right. There's something wrong with X3, it's bad. Oh, it wasn't that bad. What'd you not like about it? Oh, slash sarcasm, gotcha. Excited for Gundam Breaker 4. Tried the network test, it was incredibly fun. Haven't played any of the Gundam Breaker games. B11. Thanks to the sub, Lath. Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. What's up, Blasphemy Builds? Okay, day one. Part of me kind of wants to wait for a sale. What's the premise of the Gundam Breaker games? Did I make cutting mats with Mecha Warehouse logo? I absolutely have. I've gone as far as talking to a major manufacturer about it, of those kinds of things, and the kind of quantity we would need to do is so ridiculously high that I don't know that we would ever sell them. Building the fight, basically kick bashing. Oh, gotcha. So you design your thing and then you fight it. Just gonna see you talk about Requiem for Vengeance already. It's come up a few times. C14. Build Diver's approach to its world building. Most of the Gunpla battles take place in cyberspace. Okay. It's fun to mix and match. Then you grab the legs of Strike Freedom. You get the railguns, the torso of the gun tank. You get the cannons, and so on. Because I moved, I finally have an actual desk to build stuff, so I want to get a big cutting mat to keep on top of it. Gotcha. Yeah, I wish we could. I think it'd be really cool to offer a Mecha Warehouse printed cutting mat. But again, the quantities we would have to make would be pretty ridiculous. It was like thousands or something like that. Okay, and then B10. There's some Mecha Warehouse Discord stuff I can show GP4 test pics, lol. Oh man, step 1 order for Mecha Warehouse, step 2 open order, remove sticker, step 3 slap that bad boy cutting mat. That is the next best thing. It's horrible for a new product without having a sample test to see it pop and get thousands is just too much. Yeah, I mean, I just know from other things that we offer that, and the non-custom cutting mats, that we just would not get there. It's too much. I think it would do better than the standard cutting mats, but people who already have one would probably buy one because it's the Mecha Warehouse cutting mat, but I don't think enough so to allow us to sell that quantity anytime soon. So people would love customized mecha stuff. Oh, definitely. I mean, we do the coins, we sell a bunch of those, but if those are an indicator, it's not thousands, that's for sure. Okay. E13 and C6. We'll cut these out, then I think we will start the second draw of the night. All right, second draw of the night. Let's see here. What's your favorite runner letter number combo? I don't have one. What is my question here? Okay, I got one. Okay, so let's do a number from 10 to 300 and DC or Marvel. 10 to 300, DC or Marvel. One number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. You must be present to win, and your answer to the question and the number have to be in the same comments for you to be valid entry. 10 to 300, DC or Marvel. For a moment there, I thought it was going to stay primarily Marvel. Well, I mean, stay only Marvel. I guess it is primarily. All right. This is clearly Image Comics. Which one's Image Comics? Spawn. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. I listened to an interesting podcast. I was interviewing McFarlane, the what's his name, right? The guy who created Spawn and that whole thing. It's really interesting. Is the one that does a lot of the big indie stuff, recently known for Invisible, Spawn the Boys, etc. Oh, interesting. I didn't know those other two were them as well. Alright, that's the right arm done. It's pretty good articulation for an HG. Really interesting design. Did someone say that the guy who does the designer for this also designed a bunch of Armored Core stuff or something? Hey, Thomas Dietrich, what's up? Did miss so far. What was the question? Question is DC or Marvel, and the number range is 10 to 300. All right, right arm. C19 and 20. This person designed the Zorts, also designed ACS. That's what I thought I heard. I feel like it has kind of an Armored Core-esque design. JB, it looks like you got 2 answers there. Actually, you got a bunch more than 2, so you're disqualified. You're only allowed to put 1 number in the chat, dude. Think you're gonna watch any of the Olympics, specifically the martial arts competitions? I've thought about it. Mostly interested in judo of the martial arts ones. Wrestling could be interesting too. But I haven't looked to see when any of it is. I don't typically watch much of the Olympics. Does anybody watch the Olympics? Follow any of that stuff? We looked at one in Japan a few years back, only Winter Olympics. All right. Calling time here at a Goodyear metal band played the Olympic opening, which is pretty cool. Oh, really? I heard the opening ceremony was kind of meh, but that's just reading stuff, so no idea how it actually was. Judo's going tomorrow. Okay, interesting. Do you know roughly what time? 2:95. I feel like all the events I'm usually interested in are not the ones that are generally aired in a mainstream way. Opening ceremony was definitely one of the opening ceremonies of all time. Opening ceremony is very interesting. For the sake of you mind, do not watch the opening. So we have a winner, 295. All right, Adam Champo. Congratulations. You can send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com with your info, and we'll send that prize out this week. Congrats. We do have a backup prize. I think I forgot to mention earlier. We do have a backup prize. I won't tell you what it is yet, but courtesy of some past super chats and the like. Super chats are enabled, so if you're feeling particularly generous, any super chat revenue goes right towards backup prizes for those times where somebody wins early like tonight. Okay, C8. What are the kids doing? Been ages since we had a backup prize on deck. We've had one on deck for a while, actually. It's just we haven't had anyone actually win the main prize early enough for it to be part of the conversation. Like, even if judo is at a reasonable time tomorrow at 4 a.m. Eastern and later in the morning, don't know if it's going to be televised live or just highlights. Yeah, I guess I missed that earlier. Yeah, I feel like stuff like that doesn't get aired, right? If you see it, it's highlights. You gotta go find it like online somewhere or something. Which I guess the general public is not as interested in that, but it's a shame that they're not. Feels like the only events that everybody's interested in are like swimming and gymnastics or something, based on what gets aired. The other ones don't get anywhere near as much airtime and publicity. I'll call John Olympic, the president of the Olympics. Let him know to air the judo contest so you see it. Don't worry. Okay, C1, 3, and 15. The Judo men's and women's finals will be on 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. on NBC sites and Peacock. Interesting. Okay. Olympic speed walking. There you go. So here's an Olympics adjacent conversation. If we were going to have a Gunpla Olympics, what would the events be? Like, clearly you got the speed building. That's a given. As for the 60 kilogram, the other weight classes are on the following days. $60 kilogram, that's what, like a lightweight? Seam line removal, nub removal, kit posing, finding lost pieces in carpet, detailing, speed panel lining, sticker accuracy. Moving specific kits without toppling the backlog tower. Cube bashing competition with random pieces, panel lining endurance. Alright, B9. Stacking backlog boxes. Decal triathlon sticker, waterside decal and dry rub. What was the question? There's no draw going on right now, but we're talking about if there was a Gunpla Olympics, what the events would be. So you could do like a marathon equivalent, which is just like fastest time to build, like a super big kit, like a PG or something. You could do more like a sprinting version where you're trying to build a kit or a part of a kit as fast as possible. Maybe speed assembly or something. Should you matte coat after decals or before? Definitely after. You want gloss before if you're going to do anything, because it will help the water slides slide better. Whereas matte probably makes it harder for them to slide, I would think. How much I spent in a minute. Throw all the parts to 5 different MGs in a bucket. I'm the person that builds. The first without instructions wins. Up to a 30-minute mission kit, 30-minute missions or less. So Gloss coat before decals and the top coat after the decals. Yes, I usually do gloss before, matte after when I'm decaling, as a general rule. Okay, B11. Blindfolded builds, that would be an interesting one too. Do you recommend an eraser to get the pen line off? I use a tissue and Q-tip, but if the standard wet eraser works and I'm down, I'll use an eraser when it's an unpainted kit. If it is painted, I won't, because I'm pretty sure that will rub the paint finish right off. But the white eraser, I use a I don't know, Stadler or Stadmeyer, whatever it's called, white eraser. It's got leftovers from college doing engineering in school. Top coat, keep dry rubs on, or they still end up peeling off the stickers? I mean, it might help. I don't know that it guarantees it. Biathlon at speed, build an HG and get a balanced stamp right on a wobbly table. No, paint kits like them as it is. Yep, then an eraser would work perfectly fine for you. Best tender with the metal coat from a PG Yakushiki. But there's some Olympic events that are like head-to-head, so we need some head-to-head events that aren't timed, where it's like a max total amount of time. Like, I think you should have two people attempt to build the same kit, but they have to do it in a ring, and they're allowed to try to screw each other up as they go. So knock stuff off your opponent's table, take parts away from them, and see who has the most complete kit at the end of the round. That would be fun to watch. Furthest throw. Full contact build off. Yeah, that'd be interesting. You need to sign a waiver first, that's for sure. Training for this would be fun. The hard part is figuring out how to minimize nipper-related injuries, like nipper stabbings. No nippers or hobby knife, only teeth. Yeah, I mean, maybe there's a... I don't know. No nippers or hobby knife. Or how about an event where you have to build a kit, but you have to wear like mechanics gloves when you do it? Fastest press, find that one pesky small piece found on the carpet. Relay building teams take turns building a kit. Different builders set take over at set points. Just uniform builder wins. That would be that'd be interesting, especially if you can't see it before the person in front of you goes. You can't communicate what you're working on. Kind of like when they do the like as Master Chef or something, they do cooking where they switch off. Done on the next one. Should I build the HG Narrative B packs or the HG Guncannon? So nippers that look like the nail clippers. I mean, those could still be. Those could still be dangerous. Sneeze was trying to trick me. Okay, B10. Kit with gloves on. I script surgeries used to doing motor work with surgical gloves. I don't think surgical gloves are the same though. I think it's got to be like mechanics gloves, you know, like the quarter-inch thick, like definitely screws up your fine motor skills kind of gloves. Plenty of people do stuff with surgical gloves. I mean, they're able to do surgery, and that's pretty fine motor skill kind of activity. An EG blindfolded. Or the EG in a bag thing. The full contact one. You have all parts already cut off runners. So most of the tools use each other with their sanding sponges. Like a rally style person, but is blindfolded and the person gives them instructions. That'd be interesting too. I don't think they do that rally driving though. I'm pretty sure it's just somebody's telling you what the turn is or whatever. That would be an amazing thing to watch too. That would be rally, some sort of driving where the driver's blindfolded. That would be super fun to watch. There's a big rally school here in New Hampshire. Actually, I kind of want to go take a day or two worth of driving courses because I think it'd be a whole lot of fun. You know, as long as I'm allowed to do it without blindfolds on. They tell you what parts to step off, but they don't tell you how it goes on. Someone's telling you the turns because you don't have enough reaction time on your own, so it's kind of like they're blindfolded. Yeah, right. Well, you got to know what all the turns are too, because some of them are kind of like blind turns. That's why they usually do the course beforehand or something and take all their notes, I guess. It'd be super nerve-wracking to do. Alright, C5 and A12. A famous rally story where a driver grabs some random guy off the street because he needed a co-pilot. He basically didn't want one, but had to, so the whole time the guy's screaming for his life. Imagine that's a competition just like in the movies, last one alive wins. We actually saw someone try to pilot an MS blind and went from Mercury. First set of water slides on a helicopter and what decals went AWOL. That's always a bummer when that happens. All the parts can be covered in olive oil and you have to wear latex gloves. Sebastian competition, people are given random kits and they gotta make the best MS possible, like cooking shows where they're told what ingredients to use. There you go. I wanted to make that like as a show at one point. The feeling it's not going to happen. It's not anytime soon, but I thought that would be a fun project to pursue with the business. Would be kind of the equivalent of like a Lego Masters, but with Gunpla. You know, here you got to use this kit or fit this particular theme. Build your kit. You've got 12 hours go or whatever. I think I strained my back a little bit. I can't sit in my chair and keep working on this kit. That sucks. My back's been very knotted up the last few weeks, so I feel you there. Sleep deprivation would really add to the realism with any build competition. Really drive with the pasture has to build a PG. What if a bunch of runners are thrown into a bin and you have a set time to find runners and build? Watch the hell out of it. Have you ever had a part missing from the runner that just happened to be attached elsewhere to another part before opening the bag? Happened to be with the Z or Ka, one of the joint parts moved. One show where they forged swords and whatnot, but with Gunpla. Yeah, like that kind of, I haven't seen that particular show, but that kind of concept. Name Misfortune Fire or something like that. How TV show? Yeah, I've heard of it. I think I haven't watched it, but it seems like an interesting concept. Alright, we've got 2 arms now. I should put the head on this thing too. We've got a head too. There we go. Practicing for the carpet part finding. What's your option on a female building? Opinion maybe? Opinion, okay. I don't know. I don't know that I have an opinion or have to have an opinion. I think it's a totally gender neutral activity. I don't think it matters. Obviously there's more men that tend to be interested, more males that are interested, generally speaking, but there's plenty of amazing female builders out there that are doing crazy stuff, and I know my wife enjoys building and stuff too. So they just go, here's a super specific and obscure historic weapon, go home and make one. You got 3 days. You need a companion to build the kit, bottom to top, so you can have it standing there while you build it. I don't usually go out of my way for that. My wife loves building when they spend time with me, but well, I mean, that was like, for us, it was kind of part of our family build time. If it wasn't for the 9-month-old, we'd probably be trying to do that now. Soon, then what's your opinion on Gunpla Mecha Sume? I don't think so. I mean, Bill can correct me if I was answering the wrong question. Okay, so we've got this backup prize. So backup prize, let's see. Let's do a number from 10 to 200, and what's your favorite Olympic event? 10 to 200, favorite Olympic event, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to U.S. addresses. You must be present to win, and your answer to the question and the number has to be the same comment for it to be a valid entry. 10 to 200, favorite Olympic event. Usually bounce around to the weapons and head first, and legs, arms, chest, back, waist, always last. I typically just follow the manual order for the most part, except if I can skip ahead a little bit and connect pieces together. You know, C27, C29. Karate, I didn't think that. I thought that was a one-time deal for Japan. I don't think it's still an event, is it? The way they did it was too close to Taekwondo, in my opinion, too. I don't watch the Olympics. Yeah, neither do I, really, so I don't know if that matters for having a favorite or event or whatever. Kayak racing, that's a thing. Didn't know that was an Olympic event. Kayaking's cool. Been talking about getting some kayaks or get Olympic poker competition. I don't know, something says it's not super athletic. Just like I enjoy the crap out of the idea of the marksmanship competitions events, like rifle and air rifle and stuff like that. Unless it's like biathlon, I don't know that it's an athletic thing, you know? It's about as athletic as bowling, I guess. Okay, no idea they're running while playing poker. I mean, I'd love to see, they should do chess boxing. Let's see, 31 and 36. Yeah, it gets a segue. Tried any of the Olympic sports before? I mean, I haven't competed in the Olympics, so not really. I mean, I've been swimming before. I've trained judo throws at jiu-jitsu. I think airsoft paintball would be a good event. Paintball would be really interesting. Like speedball or whatever it could be, worthy as an Olympic type event. Has anyone ever watched car jiu-jitsu? So they fit the as far as they'll go. So this goes down into that car. What? I've seen car football, but jiu-jitsu. Yeah, they do basically jiu-jitsu, but in a car. It's an interesting technical challenge. I've basically done it. Everything's kind of different because gravity isn't really as much of a factor because you can push off of so many surfaces. Kind of changes a few of the rules. See, Destruction Derby, which is basically just Australian rules NASCAR. I have no idea what car jiu-jitsu is. It's just saying gravity doesn't exist in car. Source Nick from Mecha Warehouse. Well, so it's the idea, like, so Brazilian jiu-jitsu, right? You're grappling. It's, if you ignore the stand-up part, which I feel like half of jiu-jitsu people do anyway, you're on the ground. So you got gravity pushing you against that surface, and that surface dictates where you can and can't go when kind of jockeying for position with your opponent. You can't pass through the ground. So that's different. Or that's kind of the rule there. So now you do it in a vehicle. You're essentially just doing it in a confined space. So any sort of confined space would be kind of similar. But when you do it in a car, you now have, obviously gravity pulls you down into the seats, but there's usually enough space that you can put a foot on the roof of the car, for example, and push down and get more leverage. You can push around a car on the side panels on the door, etc. So it changes things a bit. You know what I want to see now? Skydive, diving jiu-jitsu, you fight your opponent midair. That'd be interesting too. Or zero gravity, like jiu-jitsu in space. That would be super interesting as well. Although I have a feeling it wouldn't actually work very well. You practice it when wrangling the kids into the car. Yeah, I mean, basically. It's just like when you got to change a baby's diaper once they start getting a little bit mobile. It's basically just jiu-jitsu. It's still BJJ, but the B stands for baby. All right, I'm gonna call time here. Okay, time is called 10 to 200. 173. don't see a winner. Well, you guys confirm that's the case. We will draw again shortly. Okay, B5. What did you say backup prizes? I didn't say what it is. It's a secret. Also, when we do this final draw, as is kind of the standard with backup prizes, if nobody wins, it just sticks around in the backup prize pool. If nobody wins it on this final draw. It's not like a normal prize where we'll draw multiple times to make sure we have a winner. Packet prices next custom Gunpla build material 1.2 tons of empty runners. Top of the thigh looks almost like a the front of a knee. It's weird. C38 and C42. Any update on the next contest? Not yet. We've been talking about, I think it was last week, we discussed it, maybe the week before too. I've got some ideas for a Redacted 3 contest. So, considering doing that. But no formal plan as of yet. Still have had a ton going on. It's, struggled to get much done these days beyond the day-to-day. So every time I start thinking about doing it, I get a little bit anxious about the idea of putting something on my plate, but So I say thanks for the eraser tip. Works great. I don't know why I didn't think about it. Yeah, I don't know that I would have thought about it either. I found it on a guide online somewhere or something. But it's definitely a worthwhile technique. It's not intuitive to think I'm going to use an eraser on paint, right? If we do a Bandai Redacted, would it be Gundam related? Maybe. Maybe not. I think I did mention that the one I have in mind is a Bandai kit. Tissues don't really last long until we use it till it shreds. Make a musume? Probably not. I don't think we would be doing a musume contest anytime soon. I don't think. A23 and B7. I would use a toothbrush head to clean my shavings from my file. I think I've heard of that one before. Alright, A23. Got a really good question in mind for this final draw, so I'm gonna cut these out. And then we'll do this final draw of the night. All right. So, final draw of the night, we're going to do 10 to 50 and answer the question, what is one thing you wish you knew about Gunpla before you started? Tips, tricks, any of that kind of stuff. So 10 to 50, what do you wish you knew before you started? In reference to Gunpla, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. You must be present to win, and your answer to the question and the number have to be in the same comment for it to be a valid entry. 10 to 50, what's one thing you knew about Gunpla before you started? Essentially, if you go back time and give your past self a tip. Which is going to cost me. Alright. Respect eggs, the pocket knife only cut myself once on my thumb. Yeah, that's I can see that happening. Alright, so that goes in there. This goes here, and then I need B6. But I wish I could start sooner. There you go. I'm curious how many people out there have introduced someone new to the hobby. I know I went out and sought it out myself, but I wonder how many of you either were brought into it because somebody told you about it, or have brought somebody else into it. My brother introduced me to it. That's great. Did a friend a one-piece model for his birthday. We get to see if he gets hooked to the hobby or not. Hopefully he does. Took my friends back into after years of not building. That's cool. It's interesting how it can become kind of a social hobby if you make a little bit of effort to, build nights or get involved, doing it with your friends, going to competitions, things like that. Alright, that's that. It's kind of a neat way of attaching the upper and lower leg. It'd be great for painting, just stick it right in there. Number, range, and question. So number range is 10 to 50, and the question is, what do you wish you knew when you started building? That is, used to build while we were in our late teens. We got back into it a few years ago. That's cool. Learn that P-Bandai exists. I'm gonna call time here in just a moment. Some MG Barbatos, and that was what started me into Gundam. Wish I knew people who were into the hobby. Such a small number of range. I would be surprised if no one wanted it. Me too, but I don't know. Strange things have happened, right? Okay, calling time. The answer would have been to learn how to impulse buy over from. Okay, 10 to 50, number 18. Let's see, go 0, I think. How difficult painting is. So congratulations, Go Zero. You can send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com with your info, and we'll send that out this week. And I think that's it for tonight. Thank you guys all for hanging out and watching. Hope you had a good time. Don't forget, we do have that code FREESHIP70 for free standard shipping on orders of $70 or more. It's valid in the continental US only. Go take advantage, find that kit or kits you need. And the Sinju Stein narrative for Ka, the new one, not surprised to reveal now, I'll reveal it in a sec, is also eligible. So, great time to grab one with the early bird. So the prize, it's a Perfect Strike Freedom from Gundam Breaker Battle Log, is that backup prize. Okay, am I missing anything else? Did I forget anything else? I don't think so. I'm exhausted. Have a good night, everyone. See you guys next week, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Have a great evening and great